have a boy that's looking up at the sky and he's just paying attention to the sky while everybody else is just walking around, doing their thing, and he yells out. I guess he yells out, there's an incoming, like a missile is coming. Yeah, this is crazy work. Let me play it one more time. Yes. Now, you imagine living in a place like that, in a world like that, where you have to pay attention. A child is paying attention to the sky, not because they're looking at birds, not because they're looking at, airplanes fly by. They are looking for a incoming missile that is going to kill their whole family. That's crazy work, y'all. That is, it's unimaginable because of the life we live here in America. It's unimaginable because we are in a bubble and we feel as though, you know, life is life. Tomorrow will be the same old thing. Well, Black people, you should think about the possibilities of something like this happening. Like, it's not out of the, scope of reality that this could actually be your reality in a little bit of time, where you're looking up in the sky and you're wondering, any sound you hear, you're wondering, is it a bomb about to drop on your head? And I was just thinking, like, when I was young, I was into airplanes, and I would look at the sky and I would be able to tell you, oh, that's a F-16, that's a C-130, that's a C-5 Galaxy, that's a C-141 Starlifter. Because I wanted to be a pilot. I was, just, fascinated by airplanes and military airplanes, commercial airplanes, whatever. But I could never imagine I could imagine staring at the sky, but I could never imagine looking up at the sky and hoping that a bomb doesn't hit my house, a bomb doesn't hit, my neighborhood. And that's the reality for many people on the other side of the world. And so things are so fragile, especially with this World War III thing popping off in all of these nations that are, rearing up and, pointing missiles at one another and making threats and, all of these things that you as a Black and brown person should be thinking about these things. You should be wondering, what is going on right now in the relationship between Russia and America, the relationship between Iran and America, Iran and, Israel, because overnight this can become the reality of Black and brown people in America. So this is something that you should think about, because listen, when war cracks off, it's a whole nother animal. It's totally different. In the security that we have here, that security is so fragile that we don't even understand. And I understand you don't care, but you should care about, what could happen, because tomorrow it could be World War III, and you will be looking up at the sky and wondering, is a missile about to hit your town or hit your street corner? You understand? So that's a video I wanted to bring out, because this is something that escapes us. We're caught up in social media and, the new dance and the new celebrity news, but not what is going on in the world abroad. We don't think about it. We don't look at it. We don't consider it. Man, war is another animal, I'm trying to tell y'all. And so this is something that you should consider. You should think about. You should wonder. You should do your due diligence and do some research and, just keep up on what's going on in the world, right? Shout out to Black Rain. You said, Khan, I was in Ukraine and a few missiles hit close to where I live in 2022 at the start of the Russian invasion. You see? It is really not no joke, but until you experience it, And hell, this video should be enough for you to understand the life that other people got to live, man. The life that other people got to live in these other countries, man, it is rough. Like you talk about, you know, coming from the hood, coming from the ghetto, living in a you know, a rough, tough spot. I understand that. Trust me, I understand. But you don't have to wake up hearing shells blowing up. You don't have to come outside and see, you know, a building that was perfectly fine yesterday. Now it's totally destroyed and collapsed on itself. You don't have to live in that. You don't live in that world, but that world could come to America real quick in a blink of an eye. The relationships between these countries could go from 0 to 100 real quick. And so you just never know. You never know what's going to happen, but it would be wise for people it'd be wise for us to keep up on what's going on. All right. So that's why I wanted to bring that out, because the security that you think you got is very fragile. The world is not on TikTok. The world is not on, you know, we on YouTube. The world is not on your phone. The world is in 3D and in real life. And you get a little image right here of what's really going on in the world.